Warning, this video contains dense musical theory. To avoid FUD, be patient and go slow. Hi, Nick Holmes from Jazzduets. What you just heard was a combination of three musical elements I discovered a few years ago inside of John Coltrane's Titanic Giant Steps that still blows me away. There is so much perfection and mathematical beauty to it that it makes me want to stop and think about how the universe we live in is built. That perhaps it is not random, that maybe Coltrane had tapped in to some magical secret formula. So in this video, I want to share what I found for anyone interested. So here is the example in question again, this time with notation. The three musical elements we will look at are 1. The chords, which feature Coltrane's famous three-tonic system. 2. The whole tone scale that ascends through the harmony. And 3. The minor pentatonic scales that fit over the chords. So now let's take the time to look closer at each of these elements. Element 1. Coltrane's three-tonic system. The harmony of this 6-chord sequence we just heard can be credited to John Coltrane, who in his seemingly endless search of sound devised a harmonic system that divided the octave into 3 equal parts, each a major third apart. Here is an example in C. C, E, A flat to C. A quick hack is to think of them as an augmented chord. The notes C, E and A flat produce an augmented triad. So instead of just one home tonic key, the three-tonic system divides the harmony between 3 equally important tonal centers. Coltrane used this system in his seminal Giant Steps tune. Here below is the Giant Steps progression. The 3 key centers that this seminal tour de force is built on are B, E flat and G, which are colored. Coltrane preceded each of these 3 chord tonalities via its dominant 5-7 and at times via its related 2-7-5-7, which prepares the ear for the change in key. For example, the first chord B major 7 is preceded via its dominant F sharp 7 every time, and the G major 7 is preceded via D7, its 5-7 dominant, and E flat is preceded via B flat 7 every time these chords occur. As well, later in the progression, these 3 key centers are preceded via their related 2-7-5-7 chords, which serves to stretch and elongates each key center. So the G major 7 in bar 5 is preceded via A-7 D7. The E flat major 7 in bar 9 is preceded via F minor 7 B flat 7, it's related to 2-7-5-7, and the B major is preceded via C sharp minor 7 F sharp 7. In the Coltrane Giant Steps Pentatonics resource, I converted all the dominant chords in the sequence to suspended chords, so as to allow minor pentatonic scales to fit on top homogeneously, and to rid the dominant sevenths of their pungent tritones. As well, I amalgamated the 2-7-5-7s into one suspended chord. So the A-7 D7, I made a D7 sus4. The F-7 B flat 7 I made into B flat 7 sus4, and the C sharp minor 7, F sharp 7 I converted to F sharp 7 sus4. Here is an example from the Coltrane Giant Steps Pentatonics resource, so you can actually hear what pentatonic lines being superimposed over this sequence sounds like. Please note that in this example I made each chord the same length, 3 beats long. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I suggest that it's time to have a quick break because of this dense theory, and I'm going to take a little mat in myself. Personally, I always try to take a break every 20 or 30 minutes, just a 5-minute break, just to reset. Now let's turn our attention to the last 8 bars of the Giant Steps sequence. And these are the chords I used in the introduction music you heard. The only difference is that I started the sequence on the F sharp 7 sus4. And here with all the paraphernalia. By the way, if you are enjoying this theory binge, please like and subscribe to the Jazzduets channel, as this will encourage me to continue with my investigations. Element 2, whole tone scale relationship. Now let's turn our attention to the second element, or secret, inside Coltrane's three-tonic system. So here again is the 6-bar progression that features Coltrane's three-tonic system that we heard in the demonstration. I realized through experimentation that it was possible to play guide tone lines through Coltrane's progression in whole tone steps. Here you can see a whole tone scale weaving throughout the chords, starting on C sharp. The C sharp melody note is the 5th of the F sharp 7 sus4. The D sharp is the 3rd of B major 7. The F is the 5th of B flat 7 sus4. The G is the 3rd of E flat major 7. The A is the 5th of D7 sus4. And the B is the 3rd of G major 7. In fact, there are various whole tone scales that we can play through this three-tonic system that are gorgeous as they highlight this fascinating harmony. See the appendix. Part 3. Superimposing pentatonic scales over this sequence. Now we will look at the third element, superimposing pentatonic scales over these chords, as this is a really beautiful sound, which was inspired by the great pianist 𝗙𝗿𝗲𝗏, who played such an important role in Coltrane's classic quartet. Over the suspended chords, I superimposed a minor pentatonic built on the 5th degree. So over the F sharp 7 sus4 chord, I superimposed C sharp minor pentatonic. This highlights the 5th, the minor 7th, the root, the 9th, and the 4th. All beautiful homogeneous sounds. And over the major 7th chords, I superimposed a minor pentatonic built on the minor 3rd degree. So over the B major 7, I superimposed D sharp minor pentatonic, highlighting the 3rd, the 5th, the 6th, the major 7th, and the 9th. All gorgeous and homogeneous sounds. Here, are all the substituted pentatonics in the three-tonic system progression. C sharp minor pentatonic over F sharp 7 sus4. D sharp minor pentatonic over B major 7. F minor pentatonic over B flat 7 sus4. G minor pentatonic over E flat major 7. A minor pentatonic over D7 sus4. And B minor pentatonic over G major 7. I noticed something that I found quite amazing, that over Coltrane's three-tonic system, the pentatonic scales I chose ascended in whole tones. C sharp minor pentatonic, D sharp minor pentatonic, F minor pentatonic, G minor pentatonic, A minor pentatonic, and B minor pentatonic. This means that theoretically you can play pentatonics over the last 8 bars of giant steps, ascending higher, each time by a tone. To conclude, here are some lines constructed using pentatonics over this three-tonic progression. Please like and subscribe to the Jazzduets channel, as this will encourage me to continue with my investigations. 2, 3.